Hello.
Eric,
What's up, man?
what's up?
Yeah, good morning. I think I should be telling good morning.
I think now you are used with American. Seems like you've been there.
I now know that.
Yeah,
Just 10 hours again?
yeah. We are now 10 now.
I read a story like on the during the New Year,
Hmm.
there was a plane that I think just took off from Asia and was coming to US maybe. So they they started in 2025, but they
Hmm.
arrived to their destination in 2024.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah, this whole thing of time zones, it's so funny.
Yeah, that's too funny. But yeah, which means yeah, it's just flight when it was like on 30th.
Yeah, on the 31st, like on the
Mm-hmm.
1st, maybe let's say 2 a.m. and was going back to a place where maybe they're, let's say 10 hours behind or 12.
Mm.
So their departure time was in 2025, but they arrived just 1 year in 2024.
That's too funny. Yeah, how's your week?
Man,
How's
it was good.
everything there
It
in
was
university?
great. I went to Kigali this weekend.
Oh,
So we have like shuttle system. Like on a Friday, if people want to go to Kigali, they can go. Then they bring them back on Sunday.
okay.
Yeah, because we live really in a remote area, so they need to make some
Hmm.
arrangement for transportation.
Okay. Do you live in the campus or is outside the campus?
Yeah, it's on campus. We There are some hostels. Because honestly, if it was outside, you couldn't find a house to rent.
Eh, Why?
This whole place is a village. You might need to go on Google and see Butaro. It's very remote,
Hmm.
close to Uganda borders.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. But it's good university.
the best we have here so far.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah, that's
standards,
good. That's good for you.
yeah, the standards are great. People, I think we have really professional people. The lifestyle, the
Hmm.
environment.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, maybe the missing piece. It's not so vibrant.
Okay. Are they most people come from America?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Most of our lecturers, faculty.
Oh,
Yeah,
which means you are likely to come after your studies in USA.
yeah, yeah. If I want to, because our program is
Um,
affiliated with the Harvard program. So,
mhm.
because Paul Farmer, the founder of this university, was the director of similar program at Harvard. So basically, he copy pasted and brought it here.
Oh,
So the curriculums look like the structure.
hmm.
Maybe the only difference students.
Yeah, yeah. I know. You will fly very soon.
Yeah, hopefully, because yeah, I'm projecting my career into consultancy, be like in the design and implementation of health programs. So
Hmm.
I think this will allow me to work cross country over the world. So
Do you actually like abroad? Because there, you find like there are some people who never even like wish or feel like they can go outside.
for me, I like it. I love to explore it. I went there once.
Mm.
I went to Japan last year.
Mm.
Was my first flight.
Yes.
I think I loved it. Like meeting new people, the fun. You find things that blow your mind. So what's one thing that surprised you when you arrived at the US?
our expectation is high more than how it is the reality.
Really?
For real, when you're there, when you watch like the movie, you see everything like it's like everything is automatical. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the people, they are special. They do their stuff in their own way. You command everything the way you want it. But I just found it's like I can. It's like Rwanda, but just on with the system.
Mm.
That's what I can say. It's just different. You know, but people, the house, the life, the whatever, even like the color of the people. Or usually to meeting with black now, 90% are meeting with white people. But
Mm-hmm.
apart from that, everything I can say, it's like there is nothing that special. You can, the way we imagine America. See, like when you enter in America, oh my, it's like Eden. But yeah, it's on the earth, man. It's it's on the land. So
It's like
yeah,
every.
it's all,
Oh,
yeah, it's all about the system.
wow. That's interesting to know.
Yeah, yeah, it's all
That your
about the
life made you
system.
realize life is just like all the other place.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's yeah. Other things, they are just internal, like maybe opportunity, ways of getting a job, ways, like all those small details. But in general, the overview, the way we project how it is, it's not. It's just the same.
That is a Hollywood effect.
Actually,
I
actually,
feel like
yeah,
Americans are good at branding their things.
for real. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I can testify that for sure.
They don't know how to treat their culture. Like the whole world believes American culture is the best culture.
Mm,
Yeah, through their movies, like through like all the content. I think I once was invited on Isango TV.
mm-hmm,
So they were asking me about books, writing, culture, and all that.
mm,
So one of the idea was really content influences culture. Like the
mm,
content people consume.
mm-hmm,
Like you can look most of the like the behaviors people have here, which you think it's an American kind,
mm-hmm,
and they never went to US, but they watch a movie from US, they watch YouTube stuff, they read a magazine from the US, they watch the artist, the Beyonce and all that. So because of that content people consume consistently,
mm-hmm.
it somehow influences behavior and how people interact.
Yes.
So I was like, so if you want to really preserve our cultures like African nations, if you don't
Mm-hmm.
create our own content, I tell you,
Yes.
we're nowhere.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
We are not in America and we are not in Africa.
Yeah, we just migrated.
We are just in the middle.
Yeah. So by the way, your university, like, are you having classes these days or?
Yeah, yeah, I'm having classes, but for now, they just give me mostly online class. I just only have one class that I go in person, but other classes I normally take it online.
Mm, I think
Yeah.
I read your article about languages. Probably was yours. I'm not sure, but like
Where?
just I googled your
Can
name.
I pick up this call a little bit
Yeah.
as you are searching for it? Hello? Hey, Riches. Hey, Chajami. Hey, yeah. Mm, Kandebe. Where do you think can meet? Yeah, let's meet at one coffee. At yeah, ndaza kugutora. Ndi muri meeting nindangiza ndayitanze. Wapi? It's like how many minutes from here? Hey, okay, yeah, I'm sending the news address. Yeah, alright, ndakubwira nimba muri meeting. It's surrounding Satan. Alright, Samese. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Also, like when I googled your name, like I always do that. There was an article about multilingual language in Rwanda and the monolingualism language in India. This was yours. This was yours, right?
Where did you find that?
It's on the internet.
No, man.
Yeah. All right. So
Stop that. It seems like. How did you like my name?
I just put your three names and things popped up with the catches. Seems you worked with catches sometime. Google is a
So,
danger. Google is it's a dangerous platform. It keeps everything.
eh? Oh my God. Eh?
Yeah.
How come? I
There
didn't
is
know this.
actually there is one more. I think I saw another one which I didn't read. Open Washington Press Books.
Jesus.
uh,
I'm surprised. I didn't know this.
there's another one. It's called We Are Who We Are. Tales of Identity and Discovery.
Eh?
See,
Oh my God.
this one is not accessible.
So yeah, la last is it last call? No, no. Last two call I had, I was doing English class,
Mm,
and yeah, we were studying about multicultural, how people can meet and live together while they have different cultures. So
mm,
like at the end of the quarter, we had like a final presentation, which actually they always like band them together and form like a book.
mm,
Yeah, so but I remember actually in the form, you always fill out. There is where they ask you like permission if you allow like your article, if maybe they see there is something like good people they can publish it to
mm.
other sources, they can do it. So yeah, I just you know when you're feeling out, you don't care. So yeah, I just say yeah, you can just use it. But I didn't know it just went from here.
Yeah, you're already on the
Eh,
internet.
I'm already on the internet. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because
Eh?
like I googled, I was like to look if you have uploaded some LinkedIn thing, and I scrolled through, I saw your name around. I was like, oh, it
Hmm.
is the Washington Press book. See your name there. I was like, oh, let me see. It was an interesting read about languages and
Uh,
cultures and
yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
I don't know, but I'm really surprised this morning.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
so you watched that leadership lady, huh?
Oh my
Did you,
goodness.
did you manage to watch her or?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I managed to watch her, though I was tired. But so yeah, I watched her. But
Yeah.
I don't know if before we can move to that, remember the other time I asked you about recording about the session, and it's really helpful because I went back, view all our session, and there are some points that I have observed. I don't know if you don't mind that we can always taking like 5 or 10 minutes before or after discussing, because there are some thoughts that have been like pointing out. If we can start by that, then we just continue to the next section, or if you can just be doing it at the end of the session,
No, let's
depending.
begin with it. Let's like have some reflection on the previous things we learned and what you think
Yeah.
and like maybe after reviewing your video and those stuff.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. As I told you, I said I was just enjoying irrelevant thoughts and yeah, and the idea. But I really like it because I just listen it more than like 3 times. You know, because like
Actually, you gave me an idea to keep doing. Like, for everyone I coach, I make a recording, and then
mm,
I send them a recording after. I was not doing it before, but I started doing it after you suggested it.
yeah, yeah, for real, it's really good because actually it just at least gives out that motivation. When I see the link on YouTube, I was like, oh, am I now on YouTube? Only like only that sense. Oh my god, I'm moving out. I'm now on YouTube. It's like it's like now seeing my name on Google. Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it's yeah, you know, it's only like first the impression is just give you like, you know, yeah. So when I went in details, it wasn't bad for the startup. I can, if I can say that,
Mm,
because if you can manage to have 1 hour session,
mhm.
I don't think it's really bad, despite of the of everything. So yeah, I won't think. I won't talk about maybe uh, what was light, but the main things to focus what areas to you know to develop and yeah, you know,
Mm,
focus. So in one of the things that I realized that I have used is filler words. I
ah,
used very filler words,
like
and this is because you know, yeah, it's happened. This is because when you ask someone like question who is like, for instance, if you can ask me about uh your field, I don't have much idea to talk about like your field.
mm,
So then I just end up using the filler word.
yeah, I see.
Like you know, you see, you know, because there is nothing just comes direct into like into my, you know, yeah. So that those are those are one thing that I used mostly. The second, it's unorganized thoughts or
Mm,
idea, which also I can say it's not like big deal because something that we build over time.
yep, yep.
Yeah, it's something you build over time, you know, because you know when you are talking, you are just translating your mind. You want to bring this, then these things come, then these things come, then you know, you just end up having many ideas but losing the main point.
Yeah.
And I normally found it, you know, when you ask maybe they were a session or preacher, then you ask people like at the end, how was the session? They normally tells what they learn, you know.
Yep, yep.
So now if the preacher always just going around, don't stick on the main point, people, that's where you found like it was good, but what did you learn? You
Hmm.
found like remembering nothing. Why? Because he didn't focus on the main point. So in my speech, they were like unorganized thoughts, speaking this, you know, not giving the clear point to the, you know, when a person is listening, for instance, doing like I'm on podcast where a person is supposed to, like, when you are there, you have the main focus or the point where like you want the person, if you go to listen this podcast, this is one thing, like, which is the actually the purpose. I want them to listen or to take out this view. Then the third one I have realized, taking much time to think what to say next.
Mm,
Yeah, which normally happen. So but it shouldn't happen. I do believe there is a way. the speaker should use instead of like when they ask you, and that's actually one of the signal that shows you are not sure of what you are going to say,
Uh,
right? Yeah. Oh my God, many people keeps calling me. Can I also
yeah,
take this one,
it's a
please?
morning time. People are trying to catch up.
Yeah, it's this. Please leave your message. Where's my phone? Hello? G, مزيت. ايه يا عند so ndi muri meeting ngo nuza urambwira. So okay, yeah. So I think actually that's the taking much time to say when you ask like someone, you shouldn't be quiet or think like this. Maybe you have to first say something before while thinking into your head, but it can't be quiet or say, oh, maybe when the audience asks you the question, you can't say, it means like you don't have that, you
Yeah,
know.
it's a really
If
bad
it can,
gesture. Very,
yeah,
very
yeah,
silly gesture.
yeah, it's, I don't really, because, and actually I have never seen any speaker doing that. And if so, that means you are not sure of that. The good answer will be, I don't have anything about that, or I'm not, or it's like the teacher, when you ask the teacher the question, you know it's, you have, if you really not sure of what maybe all about is, it's good maybe to say, can I answer this you next time, instead of maybe saying like giving the information that we're not sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Then the last one, it's like lack of proper vocabulary or words that fits in. There are these words that really meanings, or that gives stand out the point. So, but this is also something you build over time, like vocabulary. I have to go and read and whatever. So it's like the overview just gives me like the area now to focus.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, the area now to focus. But those are the main thing that I have realized.
Great. So,
Yeah.
I'll give my comment, just one short, quick comment. One,
Mm,
about the organization of ideas. Now you
mm.
did so well. Like now your reflections are very well organized. Like
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not, I'm not, I'm not, I'm not, I'm not reading my notes, but I
Mm,
know that you talk about your feelers, about the way you think about things slowly, and uh, now the thoughts are much better organized because you have prepared.
mm,
So really, but anyway, that's what we're gonna learn today, about how you organize thoughts in a logical manner. That's the focus of today. But
mm,
for now, if you look at the way you organize your thoughts on reflections, they are very well organized from the first to the fourth. So
mm.
about the fillers, yeah, it tends to happen especially when you are talking about a new topic where you don't have so much information or don't prepare.
Mm,
But we learn about that when we learn about the voice. Instead of using a filler,
mhm,
we recommend great speakers to use pauses.
mm.
A
Yeah,
well-timed silence is more professionally helpful than and you see. So a pause usually is better than a filler word.
sure.
So the last thing you mentioned
Mm,
about, uh, so when they ask you a question and you're just reading from the sky,
Mm.
So there is one technique I can share with you. I use it every time when I go maybe to speak somewhere and it's a Q&A session
Mm.
and someone is asking a question which you don't have the answer right away. So first step, you need to buy time. You need to
Like
buy
how?
time to think. And how you do that? You repeat the question and you paraphrase it. You know, you will hear many speakers or even at the president's in a press conference be like, yeah, that's really a nice question. Focusing on how the economy is changing with the changing prices and how people and the governments respond to that. It's a really, really nice question. And I'm really, so the more they're doing that, it's not they want to repeat all those words. They
Mm.
are buying time to think what to say next. So that's some
Wow.
technique
Wow.
many speakers use. Actually, when you watch on podcasts, except
Mm-hmm.
you realize some people yeah using that, they might find something relevant to the question to say, which is not the answer.
Sure.
Yeah, oh this oh thanks. That's a really good question, and it's very much relevant to my work, where I see
Mm-hmm.
a number of clients who does this and that, and they tend to really to face a similar challenge. Really, honestly, that's not the answer,
True.
but it fills the whole space with something reasonable. So then you kind of frame your answer. Then and another way to approach impromptu speeches,
Mm-hmm.
like those ones Q&As, if you really don't have this straightforward answer, I recommend people that you can approach it with a past, present, future perspective. So if
What
the
do you mean
question,
by
if
that?
if the question about, let's say, the economy of the country
Mm.
and then the prices, as I just came up with that, it's possible to start with what happened in the past. So, like, yeah, in the past few years, people like the currency value was like that, the economy was like bad, until maybe America went through recession and things got worse and the market crashed. Yeah, but today we are facing almost a similar challenge because the prices are really getting bad because of maybe production and all that issues. Um, but the government really is trying hard. In our prediction of in 2050 that the country become a middle income country, there are some things to put in place. So okay, I just made it up.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe it's not so much connected, but the point is you can talk about the problem a question in the past, the way you used to see it in the past, or what happened in the past, how it is now, how you think about it now, or the current status, and some future projection or what you plan to do or what your organization is planning to do to do about the issue. So usually this approach gives a substance in your answer, even and well, it gives you time to think about what to say, but it's a very helpful framework.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So about vocabulary, well, it's more about preparations.
Mm.
When you're well prepared, you can
Mm.
you can easily use the appropriate vocabulary.
So,
But
so isukuru
Mm.
genda barebe bari hasi ko bari kuvugira hasi. Ngiye nijanye ku kazi muri gopafu.
Go downstairs, but they are downstairs.
Bari hasi niho bari kuvuga. Suhuze banko nanti bose araza kugufata mama avuye ku kazi ndaja kumutora. Okay? Telefone nyijanye ku kazi.
No phone. No phone. Go. Genda ujye
Ngiye
gukina n'abandi.
ngiye gukora umuzigo hariya. Wa muzigo urawibuka?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you can. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
so we're selling about vocabs. It's more of a
Mm-hmm.
preparations to choose the appropriate words. But it turns out to be tricky when it's impromptu, but
Mm.
when it's a prepared speech, you can really choose the words carefully. So
So Eric, if I may ask, like, uh, the English you know or the words you know, is it something that you have learned in school, or is something you learn outside the school? If it is outside the school, how did you learn it? Do you say like I'm going to learn now to focus on communication words they use, or leadership words, or how do you come up with actually sometimes you found more vocabulary, but to use it in a speech, it's also something hard.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
how do you intend uh
Okay,
learn
cool.
those?
So first thing forward, usually standard ways in a language not learned,
Mm,
a language is adopted. Because if you look at baby, young children, the way they learn a new language, they don't go to classes, they don't have grammar classes.
true.
Just they listen how adults say things and connect words with images, and boom, they know the language. So, so learning a language may be used in a certain industry. One, it starts with absorbing the content. So listening more about it, like listening other people using those words. Man,
Hmm.
you don't need to read a dictionary or it just your brain start getting accustomed to that. I mean, accustomed to that. So then, boom, by the time you get to speak in that context, you find words that are coming out of your mouth. So I think the whole approach is to expose your brain to that language. Try to
Mm,
listen to the native speaker, how they pronounce it, and the
mm,
context in which they use them. Then the more you listen to that, you are more likely to use it even before you know it. Like somehow you'll be speaking and the word will come.
okay.
But
Okay.
again, the more you speak in a certain industry, the more you get used to the words you use.
True.
That's inevitable. There is no shortcut. There's no, but
Yeah.
the whole thing starts with listening mainly than
Mm,
reading actually. Listening trains a language than reading a language.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all for that last session. I
Yeah,
think
cool.
now we can move here.
So today we're gonna do something pretty interesting. So there's one picture I want to show you, and
Mm,
um, it's a simple, but it's gonna be interesting. So I have this picture here. I want to be sure you can see it. So you see this burger?
oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not seeing
guess.
your screen.
Oh, not yet. Okay.
Mm,
Oh, sorry, I wasn't. It was not yet shared.
oh, yeah, I can. Oh my god, I need go to buy pizza now.
I think you're more familiar with these burgers than me, the McDonald's thing. So
Mm,
I don't know if you ever cook, but like you can use a common sense if you don't make burger yourself. But if you were going to make this kind of burger, um, what would you prepare first?
mm, the bread.
The bread. Probably you
Yeah,
go to probably you go to buy it, okay?
yeah, yeah.
But that's not preparing it. You already bought the bread, you have it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. So really, do you cut the bread before you cook the meat?
No,
No, no, no.
I think yeah, you have first to cook the meat that you would use.
Yeah, because if you have the bread there,
Mm,
you have to cook the meat and do the roasting and what you want to do, and maybe cut vegetables you want to cut. Then maybe you
hmm.
cut the bread, then you just put it together. Boom, you have your burger.
Yes,
Yeah, but it's different when you're going to eat it because apparently you start with the top part.
yes.
So, so think about this burger like a speech.
Mm-hmm.
That has three parts as well. So maybe this upper part, let it be the introduction where you start.
Okay.
Then the middle part makes the body of your speech, the substance, the main ideas, the things point you want to expand on.
Sure.
And then the last piece of the bread, let
Conclusion.
be the conclusion, how it ends.
Okay.
So perfectly matching the same model applies when we're going to prepare our speech. Many people think they start with introduction,
Sure.
but honestly, you don't put the bread before you cook the meat.
Hmm.
So that means to prepare a talk, a speech, wherever you have to speak, it starts with really having the core, the main ideas. Have
Yes.
the main ideas and find ways to support them. Then after that, that's when you can decide whether how you're going to introduce them to other people and how you conclude them. So that's why in this next, so this week, next week, and the following week,
Mm.
uh, this week we're gonna focus on preparing the body because that's where we begin. How you find the main ideas, how you support them, and how you organize them in a logical way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then the following week we learn how now you have the ideas. How can you introduce them in a way that interests your audience to understand and follow you? And
Sure.
after that, we learn how now you conclude those ideas. So, but the point I want to make here is the core, the middle part, the meat of the bread, meat of the burger. That's where you begin.
Hmm.
So just now I wanted to challenge you that if we have to prepare speech, we
Mm-hmm.
start with the main ideas, the body.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But if you did the writing, you understand this better. Before you make the introduction of the essay, you
Hmm.
first have to have the main ideas you're gonna develop because you have to show a preview, the
Hmm.
how do we call it?
So I will have again to excuse and pick this call.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Bofis. Ni sawa ni sawa. Nimeweza kabisa. Naam. Ah. Ku itariki 31 z'ukwa mbere. Ah. Urumva ya mikeya kabisa. Ah. Hmm. Eh. Muri sowe. Oya aho atuye Bellevue ndumva adresse we ntayizi. Wamuze? Reka nguhe nomero z'umugore we. None ntago twazahura cyangwa just tuzagira tujyane. Ngira ngo azaba let me check. Azaba ari kuwa gatanu. Ni saa 2. Eh. Yego. Okay. Okay. Sawa. Okay. Mama worshiper. Ok, sir. Consigo minha mensagem. Yeah, Eric, I'm back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is a person just helping me in stuff of migration.
Mm,
Yeah, you know, I told you like I passed Irigoy, so
you're trying to fix it.
I'm just trying to fix it to see if this guy Donald Trump don't kick me off the country.
Yeah, so this guy is serious. Like I watched his campaigns.
Hey,
His always argument was about immigrant, illegal immigrant.
is is very very against them. Really
Yeah.
trying to put different laws on them. So yeah,
Like they would ask him any question, and instead of answering the question, he will
he
talk
just
about how
jump.
how Joe Biden let the immigrant come in.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm
So
having
that's
mass hearing on 30th this like this January. So yeah, I'm preparing for it.
mm, I hope it works well for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where we were about this. I was giving you the structure of preparation that
Mm,
when they call you to speak anywhere, really start with the main ideas, the core. Then the introduction, we'll look at it later. So today we're gonna focus on the core, the intro.
yes.
So, hmm. So if you watched that speech of that lady,
Mm.
what do you think was her purpose in speaking?
So yeah, when I watched that ready, uh, the main purpose or the general purpose of the idea was networking in work field.
Yeah.
Yeah, it talks about all about like networking, how people or the bosses how network or communicate with the employees,
Yeah.
either in a good way or the bad way. It shows the causes, the effect, and uh, you know, yeah. So I think it was mostly about the networking in work field.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's about using leadership as a way of network, not hierarchy.
Mm, yeah,
Hierarchy
true.
leadership is there is a both senior manager, junior manager, um, employees maybe.
Yes.
But he's trying to bring a new concept about how to distribute power, leadership, that everyone feels leadership in solving a problem that they can contribute. So it was about how leaders can actually build a network of leaders at workplace. Yeah,
Instead of fellowship.
yeah, yeah. Instead of just
Yeah.
giving instructions top down, to build
Mm,
like include the horizontal net communication and all that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So the purpose was more of persuasive them to change their mind about leadership.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, this word of persuasive or to persuade has becomes very many, very many time, and I don't catch it well. Yes, I can understand. I went on Google, right? What is persuasion, persuasive, but but I haven't yet caught it. Wow, like what's really
what it
uh
means.
the meaning?
So yeah, let me use an example. You see a pastor
Yes.
when he meets a Muslim and he starts teaching about Jesus Christ and his miracle, how he's a very powerful guy who saved the world.
Hmm.
And at the end, he says, I wish you, or I encourage you to come and join our church and be baptized and become a Christian. So this is this is persuasion. Persuasion is about, it's like convincing somebody, but it's, I think it's
Mm.
more action oriented, you know. Persuade someone to do something.
Mm.
Like, so as a speaker, most of the times you will speak either to make people do something.
Yes.
Maybe
Or change something.
yeah, maybe your company uh, deploys you to deliver a business pitch to the venture capitalists so they can give you the money. That's persuasion. You have to speak in a way that's persuasive. Or you work with an NGO and they are trying to raise funds, and you
Yes.
have to talk about the organization goals and, mission. That's persuasion. You're trying to get people to donate to your cause. Or you are with the friends and you disagree on something, and you are bringing
Mm.
them facts for them to change their view.
Mm.
Still, it's persuasion.
Okay. Okay.
So it's in that context.
Okay. Yeah, I understand now.
Yeah. So as we discussed now, like let's be some practical. Let's build our own speech. Um. Okay. Give me one topic, maybe something you can talk about. Then we can build a speech around it. A simple topic. Let's say
Education.
education. Let's say the power of
Okay.
education.
The power education. Oh, yeah.
So if that's the topic, let's say you're speaking to high school students.
Yes.
That's your audience. What would be the purpose by saying talking the power of education? What do you want to get them to do?
Yeah. When we talk about the education, actually, it's a large context
Hmm.
because, like, when most people sometimes say, like, education, it's all about going to school, but you cannot go to school, learn something out of the school, and that's education. So anything that's just helping you to gain more knowledge or skills, that is education. Even the people who are in their field of their career, something they are learning new, they are like educating themselves. So
Hmm.
so in other words, like the word education, it's a very big context, but in that uh high school, it's really now gives me like perceptive, it's now like in learning field or education field. So the main purpose or the general purpose for the for the me giving the speech to the high school student, it could be education system.
Okay.
Yeah, trying now like or I can say like traditional verse versus like uh can I, which word can I use, like for now, like traditional system and
Something
um
modern or
yeah, like something like modern, trying to compare the traditional system and the new system that we are now this
okay.
in this century. So
Mm,
yeah.
okay. So you see, I'm glad you went through that struggle of finding
Mm.
the purpose, because that's the beginning. So sometimes you can tell you to come and talk about education,
Mm.
but what am I gonna say? Because like the first point you mentioned was about telling
Mm.
people that education continues even after school.
Mm.
Yeah, but later you changed your mind. You said you want to inform them about the difference.
Yes.
Inform audience about, maybe your audience about the difference between traditional and modern education. I think in modern education, this is the one. There's technology now. People can study online.
Yes.
There's so much like you can
Yeah.
say. Yeah. Well, so that means if like, let's go with the second one. So basically, your main points are gonna be you can compare traditional modern uh, education, looking at maybe tell me like three aspects you can compare.
Uh, One, it's syllabus,
Curriculum.
like curriculum.
Hmm.
Secondly, it's no, please, can you go outside, please? And close the room. Yeah, one is a curriculum. Secondary, it's materials,
Material, like is it the
like
same?
materials.
Curriculum and the materials are the same.
They are the same.
We can talk
Is it the
about
same as technology? Is
okay.
all the same?
No. Technology is different.
Technology is
Technology
different.
and maybe
Yes.
yeah. We can also talk about student engagement.
Yes.
Maybe students engagement. So up to this point,
Mm.
we have your speech like skeleton, the structure.
Yes.
We know that we have the purpose. Okay, let me delete the e-learning, the lifelong thing. Okay, this is the purpose. We want to just talk about the difference between traditional and modern education. So now we decided that our main idea, we want to first focus on curriculum. Like, so that means we talk about the curriculum in the traditional time and the curriculum in the modern time.
Mm.
Yeah. Then also after that, we talk about technology, like the kind of technologies and methods that used in the past and the technology we
Yes.
have today. And then third, you said we talk about how students in the past engagement, like in the past, the education was based on the lecturer and the teachers.
Yeah.
But today it's student centered, the learner centered, where students take the lead in discussion and do research and all the work. So,
Yes.
by even if just stopping here, we have like the things we want to talk about now. Okay?
Yes.
Because now we are building a speech. Now, like this is a part of the body. Because at some point, you will put an introduction somewhere here, just above the body. Let me just put it here a little bit. Yeah, cause now this is the body of your speech. Basically, it's the body. That means you have started with the intro, but we are not gonna do it. We can use the same speech next time to build the introduction, and then somewhere we add the conclusion as well.
Yeah.
So you see by now we already have the almost the structure. So
Yes.
that's because but we're gonna build from here. Now, another important thing, which we're gonna focus on the second video. It's about now, what do you say about every point? How do you get what to say actually? Because there's part of the curriculum, there's technology, there's student engagement. This is the main idea, but how do you expand them?
Mm.
Yeah, like expansion of the point.
Mm.
Yeah. So there were a kind of like four things mentioned in that short video that you can use to support your idea.
Yeah, I think the main points or something I can use to support my idea there examples,
Okay, cool. You can find examples.
personal experience,
Story and experience.
and statistics,
Yes, you can
if I can
find
say that.
yeah, numbers.
Or numbers, yeah.
Number like the numbers, stats, and some use facts.
Yeah,
Honestly,
even fact.
this is something you're gonna be doing every time in your speaking career. Because
Mm,
every time we bring a point, you need to explain it with either like a testimony, for example.
yes.
Stories, some would call them testimonies as well. Actually, I love testimonies or stories, either your personal story
The same. Yeah.
or the story of others. It's one of the most powerful way to support a point.
Mm,
Yeah, if you are talking about curriculum, you can probably say like when you started in a certain time where they used the traditional curriculum,
mm,
describe how it was like. You go to classes, teacher teaches you this and that theoretically, and you go home and you do an exam, and yeah. But maybe in the new curriculum, they are focusing on practices where they give you a challenge, a task, and you have to solve it and try to consolidate your knowledge. So
true.
by simply telling that a little story of yours,
Mm,
you make your audience understand you better.
true.
So you can also use an example, maybe different countries with different curriculum and how it makes difference among their students.
Mm,
You might bring statistics, yeah, how students performed on exams or in life, or how many got jobs. People studying this curriculum traditional or the new one.
yes.
So basically, this is just something simple structure you can do to build the points.
Mm,
So that means you have to do almost the same for everything, every point now you have.
true.
Yeah, you have also to find some examples that goes with this one. I'll not bring them here. You can fill it them in your practice next time. Uh, so do the same thing for this one point as well. So simply you see your speech is almost completed.
Yeah.
This how we build the speech. Like if you are like preparing a speech, simple. It's always about finding main ideas and
Mm,
find a way to support them.
sure.
So with facts and actually almost even the writing is almost the same. It's the same
Mm,
communication style, just one is written, other one is spoken. So, but there is a catch.
mhm.
Now, so how do you organize ideas now? Like, so if you watch the videos, like this style we use, what is the pattern, the organization style?
Chronological.
Huh. No, that's not chronological.
Uh,
Okay, so well, I'm gonna give you just a very simple way to understand them
mhm.
because it's gonna be the guiding principle. Even all the speeches you'll be watching, you'll be able to analyze how did they organize idea. Because if you don't really think, how can I organize my ideas? One, for people to understand and for me to remember them.
Mm.
Like there is a simple way to organize. People say, oh, the first idea, the second idea, the third,
Oh,
but
transition. You mean transition?
yeah, but that's a really weak way. Well, those are transitions, yeah.
Mm.
That let me begin with the easiest, actually. Chronological. So chronological, chronological pattern. So what does it mean? Chronology, there's an element of time.
Mm.
So do you drive?
Yeah.
Cool. So, like, try to describe it, explain to me steps you go through before you start the car.
Oh, I normally having the plan where I want to go.
Uh-huh.
That's the first thing.
That's the first, yeah.
The second thing, I have like to think the time I have to go.
Mm-hmm.
I have to think what I will do there,
Mm-hmm.
and of course how will I get there,
Okay,
which is actually like yeah.
yeah, that's the part of planning. I want to be, let's go practical. Like, one, you have planned where you want to go, then you get in the car.
Mm.
What do you do next?
Yeah, I have to turn on the car,
Yes, turn on
switch
the car,
on, put on the GPS,
the GPS,
and start driving.
you do the manual, the electric. There's nothing of gear one and all that.
Oh no, I don't think yeah we do have.
Okay, cool. Start the car.
Yeah.
Let's keep this one. It's okay. The one I learned was the manual, and you have all the gear and
Oh,
the
oh, it's
crashes.
for last year is automatic drive or reverse or here
Ah,
they don't
okay,
have manual.
okay, cool. But the point I'm
Mm,
trying to make here is when you're going to explain that thing of starting a car, it goes stepwise.
yes.
There's what comes first, what comes next, what comes third, what comes, like, you can't mix them up.
Yeah.
So this is what chronological pattern is when you organize ideas in order of the time they happen or they happened.
Mm,
Let's say if your speech is about history of Rwanda, okay,
mm-hmm.
history of Rwanda, you can choose to talk about history of Rwanda, like talk of social history, economic and
Yes.
political. But you can choose to say talk about it maybe pre-colonial time,
Mm,
during a colonial time, um, maybe post-colonial era. You can talk
mm,
about during a genocide. It's a very significant event, 1994 genocide. Yes, Tutsi. Then you talk maybe post-genocide. So you see, at every point you can say something.
yeah.
You can like build on it, support it, just to explain to someone how things happened, maybe the history. So
Yeah.
you can see there is a logical way of order. Like you can tell me, hey, today I'm gonna teach you about the history of Rwanda. I'll tell you about what happened in pre-colonial time, during colonial, post-colonial, during genocide, and after genocide. You see, by just having that thing in mind, the structure is clear, easy to follow.
Yes.
So this is what chronological organization is all about. So things that involve steps or
Mm,
things that have historical events,
yes.
they are chronological. If you talk about past, present, future, how things follow. So it depends on how you choose to organize your points. But one of the ways to take main ideas, like now pre-colonial will be main idea, during colonial, that. So and build around that.
Mm,
That's one model of organizing your thoughts um, in the body. So another one, which is more very common, is problem solution.
yeah. Problem solution. Yeah. Yeah.
This one, it's a simple but can be sometimes tricky. So, okay, now, if there is a problem solution, how many points do we have?
Oh, for that speech.
hmm When we are going to use problem solution pattern.
Mm.
So for
How
section
many?
one,
Like,
yeah, one we're gonna have introduction, of course, then the body and the conclusion as usual.
hmm,
But in the body, we have 2 points.
hmm,
Point number one, we describe the problem. Problem
yeah,
you can talk about it in so many aspects of it, where you can talk about its uh, its magnitude, time frame. Problem you can describe it. You can talk about time, magnitude of the problem, how many people are affected, population affected, its impact on the community, how it started, its evolution maybe. So these all the things are part of the problem description. It's a point one where you talk about the problem first. If there is a problem, let's say, of employee turnover, people who will quit the job, you can just come and really talk about that problem and show its impact. Then after talking about the problem, you maybe suggest solution.
yeah,
Okay, you can give many methods or theories. That means all these can be sub points, but the main points it's a problem you describe and
hmm,
solution you give.
you come up.
Yeah. So that means when you're speaking to people in that structure,
Hmm,
that means they know that in the first some minutes, few minutes, you're gonna talk about the problem. Then later on, you come to solution. Yeah, that's why
yes.
you hear people like talking about, yeah, so then what can be done? So
Hmm,
such as what like what can be done, it's apparently it's a transition show you that they told you what's wrong. Now they're bringing you in another stage of what can be done, which is the solution part.
true.
Yeah, so you can also choose to organize your ideas that way.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I
another,
think actually that's very crucial, and most of the speaker they use it mostly, trying to compare the problem contrast with the solution, because it's actually the one that gives the audience the true picture of what you are saying, how it is like it's there is another one, is it causes and effect, like yeah, just stating how these things is bad, then you come up with a solution that you want them to adapt, or you want them to to catch with. So yeah, I think problem and solution is really good to use.
that's very actually you got the point, especially in persuasive speeches where you are
Hmm.
trying to get people to take action.
Hmm.
Uh, whatever you're calling people to do,
Hmm.
usually the mode of describing the problem for them and show them how it's painful
Hmm.
and now present them a solution and ask them maybe to donate to the solution or start implementing it at their homes. It's a very beautiful approach. Actually, I love it. Problem solution.
Hmm.
Yeah, because you first talk about people's problems, then you present them with you like you're their savior.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You just yeah, you realize most of them do that.
Hmm.
So another which is very common, it's what we call topical. So topical organization. Like what like do you remember like 3 points that the speaker used in her speech?
Point.
Yeah, like she mentioned three things that leaders can do at workplace.
uh Maybe I can talk generally, then you can see how you can try to arrange. There is where he just given out the example of the bosses. Maybe just say, uh, he he just come maybe like Friday, just say, I have this thing to be done on Monday in the morning. but I don't want you to spend your weekends on it.
Yeah.
Then how do you expect maybe the to be done?
Yeah, that was catchy. That
Actually,
was a catchy. That was a catchy
it's really
statement.
popped my mind actually, and it's really happens something. Just come on Friday. You know what? I I need these things to be done on Monday, but you don't need to work, like you don't need to work on it during your weekend. Then how do you expect
Anyhow.
now the solution, or like the things to be done yet, so yeah, that's the point, like he mentioned, and was like really, I don't know how I can maybe point it out, that one,
Hmm.
but it's one of the I just caught, like from there. And another one, he just showed like the chart of the of how, like of how the employee should be treated, where the employee takes their colleagues that, what, I have made a mistake while I was doing this, and I don't know if we're gonna say this. Maybe
Yeah.
instead of others responding, oh my god, you have done such a terrible thing, how do you think we're gonna do this, how do you think, we they now trying to show like the empathy. One wrote like, if not mistake, we can't succeed. Mistakes,
Yeah.
we were on with mistakes. Others come up, yes, you have done it right. Actually, one just realizing that you have made a mistake is one step ahead of searching the solution, of finding what you wanted to. So then, which gives the other person the value and sense of the community, and feels like, he belongs there, so
Yeah.
the environment of the field of the work. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was part of the one point about kindness.
mm,
Yeah, like about the bosses. Yeah, I think that one about the boss telling you things that should be done by Friday. It was about
mm,
kind. Uh,
Unkind.
so in the distribution of power, like making teams feel like they can also contribute. There
mm,
was just three simple ideas. One is to remove rebels,
mm,
like where like people shouldn't be just tagged with accountant, IT, and be like locked in those boxes. Like an IT
yes,
can have a good idea in marketing, for example. So another one was to be kind. No, no, share everything. Yeah,
yes,
about
share
those
everything, yeah, yeah.
about employees sharing information, the
And
usage.
about that topic, on Simon Snake, likely to focus on that, like v- being how to be vulnerable.
Yeah,
Are you that boss where the employee can just come and say, "Oh, do you know what, I'm struggling, I'm having a hard time of finding this, can you help me?" Or you are that kind of the boss or employer where your employee, when they made a mistake, they don't want you even to know, when they are going something through in their life, they can't even tell you. So being a vulnerable, being able, be open to everyone, where people can just come and share with you, you know what they are going through.
yeah,
It's amazing, something that's really, really, really good. If you can do that in your organization or whatever, you know even the parents, there are these parents where their kids can even be open and sharing what's going on in their life, and there are those parents who are very closer, and this to their kids, where they can share everything.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the reason I'm bringing this up is, so these ideas, uh, these were the main ideas of her speech. Okay, she said many things in the start and the end, but these were the three main ideas.
Hmm.
So these ideas really, they are not organized in a form of proper solution. There are three topics we can one. They can stand alone.
Hmm.
You can flip them, bring the first to the end and then to the first. So these are like every idea can be a topic on its own. So like most of the times you would do speeches of this kind, like even the one we started with, where we said we're gonna focus on curriculum. That was topic 1, technology topic 2, student engagement topic 3. So topical arrangement is when you take 3 points and develop them, which can be related or not, but as long as they contribute to the purpose of the talk. So that's one we call topical organization. It's very common as well, as you see. Yeah. So topics can stand alone, and yeah, it's important to just know which one to use, so that you don't just take them randomly.
True.
Yeah. So others really okay. Another one which might be interesting to you is people using mnemonics. You know mnemonics?
No. What's that?
So mnemonic, they're like abbreviations. So they're like abbreviation. Let's say so one day I created a YouTube video, and my YouTube video was about building a personal brand. And I called my ideas like, so I'm gonna teach you how to use social media to build a personal brand, and we use 3 P's. And my 3 P's were simple. One was about proposition, like your value proposition, then your profile, and then your post. So basically, I took these 3 P's and I made an acronym, an abbreviation, developed one by one. So it's almost like a topical, but it's a creative way to organize ideas to make them easy to remember for your audience.
True.
So are there others? Other?
Yeah, I think now we can maybe lap up for today. Then I'll see what's the next. But actually, when I go through into this, that's when I come up with with many stuff. But for now, what I have just taken away, it's and I wasn't thinking about that. Is when you are going to prepare a speech, you start with the body, as the example Baga means. And actually, we normally struggle when we are preparing the speech, trying to find the first introduction, how it's gonna. You find like you are spending almost your time on introduction, but I do when you have the when you do have like the body, it's very easy for you to get the introduction, because in introduction, that's where you have to give out the main point of what you are going to talk about. So then how can you give something that you are going to talk about yet you don't have?
Yeah.
So it really means like the body is the foundation. It's like the cornerstone of the speech.
Exactly.
Even it's the one that give you the conclusion, because you are going to conclude what you said in the body, not what you said in introduction.
Yeah.
So that's something I can say I have learned for now and forever, that whenever every speech has to start with the body.
That's exactly. I think if you understood that, the purpose of today is accomplished. I wanted you to understand one, that before you go any further in the preparation, you need to just collect main ideas, put it together, organize them in the logical sequence. Yeah, and to give them enough support. Yeah, then you build from there, introduction and conclusion. So for the next week now, we are going to start with some practice. Where you gonna have an assignment this week of preparing a 3 to 5 minute speech.
Yes.
pick your interesting topic and choose any
Hmm.
organization pattern you want to use.
Hmm.
Yeah, then you present it next time. Then I can give you some feedback.
Yes.
Yeah, and I promise the next sessions won't be this long. This one was a foundational. You had a lot of. I had
Yeah,
warned you though.
that's okay. One, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Which is yeah.
I had warned you because like this one is the core.
Yeah, I'm learning to be like a podcast and ready. If I have given out to go and do the session for 2 hours, what will I
Yep.
say? So I'm
Yeah, bro. If,
practicing it.
even if even you want like the things we're learning
Mm,
here, how to organize a talk, you can use it to start a podcast. You'll easily take a topic, you can
mm,
easily know how to develop it, how to find research and material to support your ideas. I mean, you can do a lot of
yeah,
things with these skills. Yeah.
yeah. I'm planning to do that. I'm planning to do that with my brother. So that's something we want just to build it. Both podcasts to help uh, our community to learn the culture here, how everything work. There is this belief of we just come looking for money more than what education. Young people, they don't want to go in school, they just come wanting the money. And here,
Mm,
if there is something resourceful and useful that you can gain from here, that more than anything, it's education.
mm,
So then we want having trying to remove them from that mindset of coming with the anger of the money instead of anger of the you know because if
exactly.
you go found these cheap jobs, they are African. If you go and found in like good jobs, they are American. It's not because America don't want us to work from there, but we don't have the skills that qualifies to work there, because we normally just come and trying to find a man and everything. So
The
yeah,
fucking
we are,
jobs.
yeah. So yeah, we are planning to be have like do podcast.
Oh man, that's a pretty cool idea. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So really, these things you're learning here, like you can customize in anything you want to do, in any communication media you have. You just simple. It's same principle. Know the
Mm,
purpose. Like you already have the purpose,
mm,
and then now it's just to find a topic you want to focus on, maybe on this day, and
mm.
develop main ideas you want to focus on, and testimonies, stories, examples, facts. That means you have to read some research.
Yeah.
It's easy to go to the labor, US labor, and see the numbers of maybe black Africans who work in a certain industry and compare who works there. And so you can bring people something statistical to sort of like there is a problem. You
Mm.
know, this is it's gonna be helpful to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we can call it a day.
Yeah, man, it was good. Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
achieved our goal.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. We are doing great. We are moving forward.
Sure, yeah. So then I'll see you next Monday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm sending you another email. Next week we're gonna learn
Mm.
about introduction. Bro, this is gonna blow your mind. You think you know how to introduce a talk, but this one,
Mm.
you realize how introduction, how you can make a killer introduction maybe for your podcast, for your speech.
True.
Yeah,
True. Yeah.
that's what we do next.
Yeah. All right. See you then. Not even next week. Anytime you can reach out to me whenever you read something very interesting. You can just send it to me, either book, either article.
Yeah, sure,
Just
yeah.
keep on catching each other. Yeah.
All right, yeah. And I think I made a good recording today. I will be sharing it to you.
All right. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. See you.
See you then. Thanks.
Yeah. 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 All right. Bye.
Bye for now.